The man merely glanced, and the demons present were slain on the spot. What terrified the water god even more was that a giant hand reduced his mansion to shards in an instant. But when the water god regained his senses, he found nothing had happened at all. All of this was merely an illusion cast by the man. Witnessing this, the water god finally breathed a sigh of relief, yet he still felt a lingering fear. But the man's arrogant words enraged the water god's subordinates. To test the man's true strength, the water god indulged his subordinates to attack the man. However, the man blocked the demon's attack with a single move. What was even more terrifying was that the man even froze time itself. Seeing this scene, the water god fell into complete panic. The man took a step forward and stepped on the water god's true form right there and then. What was far more terrifying was that, as the man revealed his true self, he was clearly a saint. Faced with the man's terrifying pressure, even though the water god was like a trapped beast in a cage in the man's eyes, he refused to wait for his doom. Instead, he intended to fight the man to the death. The water god unleashed his full-powered strike, yet to the man, it was nothing more than a mantis trying to stop a chariot. The man merely looked over and froze the water god's body completely. With a wave of the man's hand, the solid ice shattered in an instant, and as the water god fell from the ice, he finally realized the gap between them, a chasm as insurmountable as heaven and earth. But as the proud water god, he naturally had his own backbone. Yet his actions would only bring him more agonizing torment. For to the man, this was undoubtedly an act of provocation. To break the water god's will, the man severely wounded him on the spot. This was the unbridgeable gulf between strengths. Even as the water god, he could not cross it. As time returned to normal, everyone finally noticed something was wrong, for the water god was gravely injured. Yet the water god grabbed one of his subordinates, and in the subordinate's confused gaze, he severely wounded the subordinate on the spot. Then he tore out the subordinate's heart with one hand. Everything the water god did was merely to apologize to the man, but the man thought this was far from enough. He ordered the water god to kill everyone present. The demons were terrified and wanted their companions to fight to the death with them, only to find their companions drop to their knees and beg for mercy on the spot. And the fate of those stubborn demons was naturally predictable. Witnessing this terrifying scene, the demons were instantly petrified with fear. But the man only found it amusing, unaware that he had become the source of all fear for everyone present.